This is Anthony, last name Clown, and what makes him so? Well, Anthony, in all of his genius, has come to court to lie to a judge. This judge. And if you know this judge, then you'll know that Anthony spells his genius with a J.
Is the date set for pretrial conference? Mr. Moore, how are you proceeding today?
I contacted the prosecutor yesterday, and they said in my office operating while visibly impaired. If that's the case, we'll take that offer.
And it's a good offer because Anthony was caught drunk driving.
Ms. Ritter, is that the people's offer?
Judge, that is correct. That's the people's offer at this time.
All right. Mr. Hunt, you would like to accept the people's offer, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now all that has to happen is the prosecutor's going to ask Anthony to tell the truth. And of course, he's a genius.
Mr. Hunt, prior to operating a motor vehicle, did you consume any alcohol?
Yes. Before I was driving, I did consume a beer at the bar. Yes.
Now, first of all, nobody's going to make me believe that the consumption of a beer impaired his ability to operate a motor vehicle. So we're going to go back. We're going to dial it back. Otherwise, I'm not going to accept this plea.
I had a beer. I was at the bar watching the game.
All right. I'm not going to accept the
Ma'am,
plea.
Your Honor.
I need you to let me do my job.
Okay.
I'm not going to accept the plea. I need discovery to be sent over to Mr. Moore. I need to see what his alleged blood alcohol was after he consumed the beer. And then we're going to look into it from that perspective, because I've never in the history of my life known a person to be impaired after consuming a beer. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Let me tell you this, sir. Don't keep talking to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have had discovery, and I reviewed with them that the results were 0.166.
Well, then, if that's the case, then your client is lying on my record. So let's be clear.
Okay.
If that is his blood alcohol level, then your client is not telling the truth on my record.
That is the look of a man who usually gets away with lying.
Your client said he had one beer. So either there's something, the math isn't mathing. Something is not right. And I'm not going to just take a plea for the sake of taking a plea. Either he's guilty or he's not guilty. But if he's not guilty, then I'm not taking a plea.
You got to tell them what you had to drink.
Okay. I had more than one beer, Your Honor.
Let me tell you all something. I take this job, this courtroom, and this process seriously. Now, what I could do is have Mr. Hunt charged with perjury. But I won't, because maybe he was a little confused. You living in a denial somewhere. Now, I don't know if you drank a beer and the glass was as tall as you, but if you're going to tell me you blew a 0.16 after you drank a beer, you shouldn't drink nothing else in your entire life, because clearly your body processes the alcohol different than everybody else's body that's alive.
Understood, yeah. I didn't do a good enough prep for him.
You don't have to prep somebody to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Don't come on my court lying. Court is satisfied with the factual basis, and I will accept a guilty plea to 1 count of operating while visibly impaired.
Thank you again very kindly, Your Honor.
So in the end, he got 12 months probation, undergo random drug and alcohol testing, and take a driver improvement class. But the big one is that he looks like a muppet for the rest of his natural-born life.
Listen to what the judge said. Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Hensel, Your Honor. We had a sidebar conference. I'm asking the court to consider, since he's been in about 4 months now, a bond reduction. He needs to get out and get services.
I would only indicate, and we did have that the court, if counsel were able to structure something that would permit his release, but that release would have to include some type of treatment as well as the defendant following a medication protocol. Without that, I'm gonna not change his bond. What do you wish me to do in the case?
Your Honor, I'd like a 2-week adjournment.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned. Who are you?
I just have, his mother and I are Florida residents.
Are what?
Florida residents.
I'm sorry to hear that. No, go ahead.
And I've exhausted all means of trying to get this simple letter with 3 pages of paper with there's a storage unit a mile and a half down the road with all his belongings, stuff that has code and a key in it. And we're going back to Florida. This could just be easily put inside his personal belonging so that when he gets released, he can have this easy when he gets out.
Why don't you talk to his attorney about that?
We don't have his client's consent, no consent from the client.
Yeah, all you want.
I've tried the front desk, I've tried the door, 8384, whatever it is. And it's just all.
R4. Go ahead. To who? Me? Dear God.
I won't hear.
Do you care if that letter goes into your personal belongings, sir?
Not at all.
Not at all? Great. Will you give the public defender authority to take the letter and make sure that it gets to the jail and in your public property?
Yeah, and
Will you do that? Great. Fantastic. Problem solved.
can I address everything?
I told him what you told me in the lockup.
I'd like to just, I've been in here, I've looked at other cases and it's 9 days people spend for this sort of charge. I had a pretty bad day, I'll admit that. Some of my behavior was not acceptable. I'll put that in front of everybody. It wasn't, I was walking on.
Well, I don't want you saying anything about the case.
But, well, I just want to make it clear.
Sir, did you hear what I said?
I've been doing, I heard what you said, but I think it's
But you don't
unfair. I think I could be released. I've been in here for over 100
Sir,
days.
I don't have a problem. Listen to what I said. I don't have a problem releasing you as long as there is a structure regarding your treatment as well as a medication protocol that you agree to follow.
The medication protocol is what I'm contesting. I benefit from therapy. I've worked with a therapist. The whole issue is I lost healthcare back in May and I was trying to get it back. I wasn't able to, and it's just a matter of getting insured and talking to a therapist. I don't think that there's a risk of me being out in public, and I think me being detained for over 100 days without only 1 hour out, I'm spending 23 hours of my day inside of a cell, and that's not conducive to me getting better. It's what's going to be this situation resolved.
So which part of what I said do you not understand?
I understood, but I disagree.
Okay. So noted. Thank you. Bond continue.
If you are new to my channel, please subscribe as I edit these cases and remove all of the mundane, boring, repetitive stuff. And I even remove the silences, so you get only the juicy bits, which I think are always the best bits. Are looking for another episode that has all the boring stuff cut out and gives you just the good stuff, then here a couple that may interest you. Enjoy.